Mm. Hello, friends. Oh, it feels like it's been so long since we've been together. I guess it has been a little while, yes? Ugh. Welcome. We'll get started in a few moments. Hi, Brad. So happy to see you. You as well, Denise. Hello. Hi, friends. Mm, I've been running around, and I'm grateful to have this time to drop in together. Hi, everyone. Hi, Liz. Hi, Antonio. I know, so strange. You were actually in my dreams last night also. The work continues. Hi, Millie. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Vivian. Oh, I'm so grateful to see you all, to be together. Hi, Amber. Brad's asking if it's good to be back home, or maybe saying that it's good to be back home after 5 months. Yes, and I'm leaving tomorrow. So, in the flow of life, I'm grateful for it all. Hi, Mary. Oh, yes. Hi, Jorg. Oh, so good. Give each other big hugs for me, please. That's beautiful. Warm, warm welcome, everyone. I'm so grateful for you, for this opportunity to be together once again. For anyone that I'm getting to meet today, my name is Selena. I have so much content here on the app, on the free side of the app, as well as the subscriber side. I have two different retreats coming up, one in Hawaii, the newness of you happening in January, as well as another retreat in Bali coming up in May of 2026, diving in deeper to that remembrance of the light we are, the divinity that we are, all in the backdrop of beautiful places with beautiful community. Hi, VS. Ah, and let's see what else. What other logistics? You can see my profile page under the events section to see when our next lives are. I'm traveling again for the next 5 weeks, so things will again be moving and changing. So to see when the lives are in your time zone, please check my profile page. If you'd like to learn more about the retreats, you can go to my profile page as well as send me a DM if you have any questions. Yes. Logistics, logistics, logistics. I think that's everything. Oh, I have a couple of courses as well. One is called Yogic Practices for a Peaceful Life, and the other is called Awaken My Heart, a guide to living with self love. It's a very beautiful, accessible course to really start to shift our internal experience to one of greater peace, freedom, ease by tending to our relationship with our own self. So, thank you all so much for being here, for taking time out of your day for us to be together in community. For anyone who's been coming for a while, I imagine you would say that one of the richest parts of these sessions together is being together, getting to see each other's profile pictures, read each other's comments, know that you're not alone in whatever life experience you're having. This life is like this, yes? We have these internal seasons, the same way the planet has seasons. We also have seasons. We have these natural rhythms where sometimes for seemingly no reason we might feel a little low, and sometimes we feel a little more liberated or free or joyful, and we have these natural seasons. So one, to remember that together, and also to really, I don't know, to what I'm talking about here. I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I don't know where that sentence comes from, but what I really am wanting to say and address is the immeasurable value of community, immeasurable value of being together with like minded souls on the planet. Because in every moment, there is something for us to face, whether it's a challenge in our personal life, a challenge with people who are close to us, a challenge in our greater collective. We know that we are facing so many things right now. So many. So coming together in community so we can remember who we are and be able to be in our lives, be in the world from a more anchored place of the self. So that as we face challenges or as we take actions toward our dreams or the support of other people's well being or our well being, we can do so from this place of greater clarity and greater balance. And of course, we can do this outside of being together in community as well. Sadhana, it's a Sanskrit word that refers to daily spiritual practice. If you experience in your life like you're just being thrown around, or like sometimes life is just so intense you can't even take it, or there's just so much pain you don't know what to do with it, or you're feeling really lost, if any of these things that I've just said resonate with you, I can't encourage enough having a regular daily practice of silence, stillness, meditation, mantra, conscious breathing, whatever you can use to bring you home to yourself. And many of us, like myself, who have a very established daily practice, we still get rocked. However, the consistency of having a daily practice helps to soften and integrate the intensity that all of us are experiencing on the planet. Oh, great, Christina. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hi, John. Oh, beautiful. Oh, love you, Joni. Oh, beautiful. Ah, so let's practice together. If you're able to be in stillness, set aside any multitasking, turn off notifications on your phone, your computer. I invite you to do so to really give yourself this gift of being here. Let's find stillness in the body. If you're driving, please keep the eyes open, of course, and maybe engage lightly if you're driving. I want you to stay present and conscious on the road. So, with eyes open, I invite you to start to deepen your breath and allow your eyes to start to soften. What does that mean? It means sometimes there's this tension in the eyes and the face. Can you start to feel like the eyes are relaxing, the small muscles around the eyes, the face? Let your gaze be relaxed. Allow a space between the teeth, maybe the lips as well. Start to slow your breathing down and deepen it. Studies show us that long exhalations help to slow the heart rate and bring us into the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest part of the nervous system, where it's easier for us to access greater feelings of relaxation. Helps the mind slow down so we have greater clarity. It can help to regulate the emotions. It can relax tension in the body. So as you breathe, breathe in fully and deeply. Feel the belly expanding, the rib cage expanding. And as you breathe out, allow the exhale to be long, slow, and complete until all of the air has been expelled. And then breathe in again and find a long, slow exhalation. And if the eyes are still open, allow the eyes to close now if that's comfortable. You have the ability in every moment to choose being more aware. And when we are more aware, we have more agency. We have the ability to make more conscious decisions, the decision to slow down the breathing, the decision to choose what we are watching or reading or listening to, the decision to offer ourselves kind thoughts rather than judging ourselves. And the list goes on. Imagine that you're able to pierce through any disturbance or agitation in the mind and move straight into your breath. So your attention is now on the breath. Maybe you can feel your body softening with each exhalation, like there's a deeper letting go inside. And now you might even say to your mind silently, just for now, I set aside these thoughts and I rest in the breath. There's often a misconception of meditation that we should be able to clear our minds of all thought. And although this does happen sometimes, when we sit to practice, it's an invitation for focus, for allowing. So rather than trying to make your thoughts go away, feel your body breathing, slowing down, being in this moment. And we'll now move into the four-sided breath to guide us even more into a state of ease. If for any reason you choose not to hold your breath, you can simply focus on long inhalations and exhalations. Otherwise, we'll take a full breath in together, a complete breath out. And now, if possible, inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause and hold the breath if that's comfortable. Relax the shoulders. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause and hold the breath if you're choosing to do so. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, hold. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause and hold. Relax the face and the jaw. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Continue breathing, counting in your mind. 4 breaths, 4 counts in, 4 counts to pause, 4 counts out, and 4 counts to pause. Allow this to feel easeful. Release any rigidity or strain. Find a place where your body can rest and ease. If your mind becomes lost in thought, that's okay. Simply return to counting the breath and allowing yourself to be just as you are. One more complete round of breath like this. Now breathe naturally. Allow the body to be still and notice what has shifted inside. To guide us even deeper into the stillness. As you breathe in, I invite you to silently repeat the sound so in your mind. And as you breathe out, silently repeat the sound hum. So as you breathe in, Hum as you breathe out. I am is the translation. I am. I am presence. I am self. I am consciousness. So, um, and again, if the mind becomes distracted, that's okay. Gently guide it back to repeating. So, um, so, um, notice what's happening inside. Know that there's no right or wrong way to have an experience. Just become aware. What has shifted from the beginning of practice until now? Very slowly move the fingers, maybe the toes as well. Deepen the breath. Slowly bring your palms to your heart center and hold your heart center lovingly. Maybe massage some slow, gentle circles. Really feel the contact between your palms and your chest, your breath. Soften your belly. Offer yourself three kind, loving thoughts. And I invite you to pause after you say each one, to really feel it, to take it in, rather than it being something only from the mind. Can you welcome it into your body, into your feeling sense, into your emotions? Let's take a deep breath together. And when you're ready, slowly open the eyes. Where are you now? What has shifted inside? What is the quality of your thoughts, your emotions, your physicality? Camille shares, the tightness in my belly is gone. What are you aware of? Hi, Kelly. Hi, Anna. Hi, Jody. What are you aware of? Hey, look, I'm matching today. My hair isn't matching so much anymore. John shares, I feel more mellow and rested. Anna shares, there's a deep peace in my heart. Camille shares, I was holding on to fears. Hi, Angela. So grateful to see you. Amber shares, shifting tensions, presence enhanced and relaxed. Ah, Irene shares, everything is okay. Kelly, peaceful and calm. Kathleen, I am brave. Yes, beautiful friends. Ah, thank you. So much tenderness and so much of a lot of emotions for many of us right now, all enhanced by this potent full moon. So here we are together in community, and we have this opportunity to be conscious together. What does that mean? So often in our lives, when we come together with friends, what do? Maybe we complain about things in our lives or complain about things in the world. Maybe we dramatize things that are happening rather than looking for solutions. Maybe we gossip and talk about other people. So, what is it like to come together in conscious community, meaning being aware together and choosing how we wish to be here together, choosing our thoughts consciously, being aware that we are energetic beings in a field of energy. Every thought we have, every emotion we have is impacting, of course, not only our whole system, but the collective. So when we come together and we have the opportunity to be conscious together, what do we choose? And this isn't about trying to be positive or pretending that there aren't things happening in our lives or in the world that are painful or destructive or tragic or challenging. This is not spiritual bypassing. This is being aware, being aware. So, in this moment, and by the way, there's no right way to do this. In this moment, how would you like to show up here in this moment? Either with something you share about your own self, maybe something you'd like to offer to the group, a question you have, anything. Antonio shares, I saw us all running and playing together as kids in Hawaii. Oh, Tracy shares that. Beautiful. Brad shares, thank you, Selena, for this wonderful grounding reset. Your loving kindness shines through this evening as always. Thank you, Brad. So now we'll wait, give you an opportunity to type and share. And a very warm welcome to everyone who's joining for the first time. Lovely to get to be with you. We normally meet weekly, although I've been in Asia for many months and just returned. So we're not fully back on our regular schedule, but we're working toward it. Via shares, I am sitting with an inquiry on the sense of belonging. I feel like I don't belong anywhere. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that, darling. Thank you for your vulnerability. This is this is such a deep part of the human experience, and you're not alone in it. You're not alone. What could you do right now? And this is just an invitation, not saying this is what you should do or anything like this. While you're inside of this inquiry, of this sense of belonging, what could you do with yourself right now to help give you a sense of belonging? How could you be with yourself right now to invite a sense of, I belong, I choose myself, I am here and I deserve to be here. It's okay for me to take up space. I am loved. I am worthy. I am lovable just as I am. And something that just came to mind that I just feel inspired to share, and it may resonate for you, it may not be part of your journey at all. I find sometimes, and maybe this is actually all the time, but when there's a sense of not belonging, it's usually a story that I'm telling myself. I'm somehow believing that I'm not enough of this or enough of that, or I'm too much of this or too much of that. And I have made up a story that somehow who I am is what doesn't belong. And so it becomes a self fulfilling prophecy because then I reject people, I push people away. And this is, I'm more referring to past experience. It's interesting, though, how when we hold these deep beliefs, even if they're not true, they can become self fulfilling prophecies because we have this belief that says, for example, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough. And we start to, we're not always aware of our beliefs, right? Sometimes the beliefs are unconscious, subconscious, or unconscious. But let's say there's this belief that says, I'm not good enough. Whether or not I'm aware of that belief, my thoughts are impacted by that belief. I will have thoughts that reflect the belief I'm not good enough. And these thoughts that I'm having about not being good enough, they bring up emotional responses that are in alignment with the thought I'm not good enough. I'm having the thought I'm not good enough, and now I'm feeling the emotions that come with that. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling lonely. I'm feeling afraid. I'm feeling, what else do I feel? Not feel good enough. You get the idea here, right? These emotions come. So there's a belief here. It's not even true that I'm not good enough, but it's impacting my thoughts and it's impacting my emotions. And what happens when we have thoughts and emotions? We have behaviors, yes. So the behaviors are influenced and impacted by this belief I'm not good enough. And before I know it, I am behaving as if I'm not good enough and informing the world of how to interact with me. And all the while, the belief isn't even true. And so often, these beliefs are from such a tender place, miseducation, misunderstanding from the psyche of a child. All of our major belief systems are developed by the age of 7. That means we're all adults walking around with these belief systems that are from the eyes, through the perception of a child. Think about how developed we are at the age of 7. How developed is your self awareness? How developed is your compassion? How developed is your emotional intelligence? How developed is your intellect, right? It's not that developed compared to what happens later in life. Yet we're functioning with some of these core beliefs that are very outdated, and it's not like it's just in our psyche, like, oh, I kind of believe this, or this was a belief for me. It is impacting our thoughts, our emotions, our behaviors, and therefore our whole experience of our reality. So that was a bit of a tangent on beliefs. It felt relevant to go there, and I imagine that just hearing that as a reminder served some of us. So thank you again for sharing VS and for your vulnerability in that and letting us sit with you in that. Because sometimes, as we know, the work is not about trying to fix or change anything. It's just saying, I'll sit with you in that. And we can be in this feeling together. We can be in this discomfort together without any need to be different. Joni shares, thank you for your unconditional love. I love how you show up for us, being love and light. Thank you. Thank you for showing up as well. Thank you for being a mirror in my life and someone who can receive all of this love that I was born to share and that we were all born to share. Oh, yeah. Brad said, this is a good place to belong in the time we're here. Faustina, OMJJ Saima. Faustina shares, so beautiful to be with you. I've been in the inquiry of reclaiming my time and solving for the problem of breakdown in human socialization. Yes, yes. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, love. Great to be together. Mary shares, hi, Mary. I just picturing all of your emojis right now. That's how I was feeling, picturing your emojis that you normally would leave and feeling how I feel about you. Mary shares, I felt like I didn't belong for a long time. What I've done is come home to myself and love. So I'm grateful to be in my own skin. I'm at home with myself and will find other souls in divine timing. Beautiful, love. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, and Christina says sitting with UVS. Oh, Elizabeth shared something also. Elizabeth shared, I wonder if anyone ever feels fully like they belong. That's a fantastic question. And it could actually lead us down a really rich path of inquiry that we could be on for hours and days and years together. It's so beautiful. I think this is what I want to say on it because it's quite a profound teaching. Many spiritual masters have shared with us that as long as we identify with the humanness, we will be in all of the human ponderings, so to speak. As long as I am identified with this body, as long as I'm identified with the personality, as long as I'm identified with being this thing called Selena that I experience as separate from the whole, as long as I'm identified with this, then I will always experience the things, the not belonging, the loneliness, the feeling of lack, the feeling of not good enough. Maybe all of those experiences will come and go. Maybe some of them will finally dissolve. However, as long as I'm identified with being Selena and being separate, I will continue to have these experiences. My beloved father, Jonas Magrum, who is one of the teachers here on the app, along with my mom, Sandy Magrum, they're both incredible souls who offer lives weekly, Sandy on Thursdays and Jonas on Fridays. My dad was sharing a paraphrased teaching, or I'll paraphrase it maybe, of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, both of my parents' first guru. And it was something along the lines of to continually focus on doing healing work of the humanness. It's like, and this might sound a little rough for some of us, especially in our present day world of the way we address trauma, but it's kind of like digging through the trash. There will always be something more. And I think many of us who have been in a conscious healing path for a long time, we know this to be true, meaning that there's always more. There's always more. There's always something more to heal. As long as we're looking for something to heal, there will always be more to heal. It's kind of ironic. We will never get to the place of being 100% healed. At least that's my understanding. I can't tell you because I haven't found that place. It comes back to the teaching that I was just referencing, though. As long as I'm identified with the humanness, there will always be something more to heal. I will always have these existential ponderings about whether or not I belong or whether the deep longing for God that I feel that brings me to my knees sometimes daily, this deep longing for love. And sometimes it gets projected onto a human. And sometimes I know it's just that longing for source, like every piece of poetry written by Rumi and Lala and these great mystics. As long as I'm identified with the humanness and separateness, all of these things continue to dance in my experience as the richness of humanness. It is only when I am fully identified with the self that I am in this ocean of peace that I am. And these things that have taken my, not taken, these things that have filled my awareness no longer fill my awareness. These pains, these wounds, these inquiries, these ponderings that have felt like there's a problem or there's lack or there's something to be fixed or something missing, it all dissolves. It all dissolves. And there is this boundless ocean of presence. There's nothing more to fix, nothing more to change. We are each embodiments of love on this planet for the sake of experience, if you wish to believe that. And as long as we're identified with being separate from each other, we suffer. And as long as we're identified as being separate from each other, we have the whole richness of all the human ponderings. Camille shares, or shared 6 minutes ago. Thank you for that reminder. I definitely needed that. And VS shares, I feel it's more of an existential place, even questioning what belonging is and what does it even mean to belong and belong to what or whom. Fantastic. What great inquiry. These are the kind of questions that can liberate us. Beautiful. Brad shares that sense of belonging ebbs and flows. A good feeling of self helps. Yeah. Aurora shares, Mary, I sent you a friend request. I'm trying to find other souls too. Beautiful. Sarah shares, why I keep going to the hospital. Sarah, and then a laughy face. Uh, I forgive me, my love. Can you clarify your share here? Maybe you're just sharing for us to be with you. Oh, trying to fix everything. Uh. Yeah, yeah. And of course, our physical health is something real to address. Yes, all of it is here for us to address. Camellia shared, my mama would always tell me, if I go looking for something, I'll find it. So be careful what you're looking for. Wise Mama Millie. Absolutely. So I'm curious, beautiful souls. When you think about what I just shared, what arises for you? It also it also makes me think of the Buddha's teaching that life is suffering. I was really resistant to that at some point. I wanted to I wanted to I wanted to be free from suffering and believe that it's possible to be free from suffering. And although I do believe that to be true, this planet does seem to be one of great pain. And so rather than resist that, fight that, or judge it as being wrong, how can we accept? How can we accept? And if you choose to believe it, and this is contextual, that pain can be the greatest catalyst for awakening. It can be. We see it everywhere. People people share these stories that just drop me so deep in my heart, my compassion. Stories about being in a car on the way to their wedding and getting into an accident and waking up paraplegic and turning that life into the most beautiful life rather than giving up. People who have lost children and turned that into the greatest breakthrough of service. It's not to say that it's easy to do these things, but something can happen through pain that wakes us up from the dream of separateness. Many of you know I've been in a deep journey this last year where I've experienced, like actually felt, sat with more pain consciously than I maybe have in my life. Like I've felt a lot of pain in my life, but I think that much of my life I found ways to distract from it, or I titrated. Yes, I took in a little and then I went over here and lived my life. And this last year has just been almost every single day pain, not physical pain, sometimes physical pain, but like deep existential emotional pain that did feel like it was related to something and someone, yet it's been an unraveling of lifetimes. And I've been noticing these past days that it feels like something inside of me. I've been noticing this for some time, especially that month that I was blessed to spend at the ashram recently in India. I've been noticing it's like I've been cleaning myself out, like this place where inside it just used to be an ocean of pain and contraction. It's almost empty now. It's like an open space where the light is vibrant and the peace is full. And it's not because of some positive affirmations that I told myself or meditating, although all of those things help. It's that I've allowed myself to break so fully open that I've just been washed. And now I can almost see, like in my mind's eye, the places inside where there's still some pain and heaviness clinging to the walls. And there's more grace with myself, just understanding. Ah, okay, we're still unraveling. I'm so grateful. So sometimes the atrocities, the tragedies, the pain that we experience feel too big to ever consider that teaching. And that's okay. That's when we hold ourselves. That's when we find places of support. That's when we let ourselves rage or grieve or do whatever we need to do without labeling or overlaying any kind of spiritual teaching. We give ourselves permission to just break or fall apart or be in it without needing some teaching. And we'll find sometimes that we lean in and out of that. There's no right way. What I can say is the more we can find compassion for ourselves and others, whatever we're going through, we'll have more of this touch of grace, or we'll have moments of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, rather than just feeling completely lost in the darkness. Elise shares, I resonate with the topic of healing as it seems like a never ending journey recently. Yeah. And Elise, also just what I shared, right? Yes, this never ending journey. And I've given myself fully, so fully, without distraction this last year. And now there's this new space inside. Brad shares, my greatest suffering comes when my ego dominates. Uh, woe, woe is me. That path is difficult to change sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. And Brad, remember that teaching about rather than annihilating the ego or trying to kill the ego, we bring the ego into the light, we bring the ego into love, we bring the ego into compassion. I love how my beloved Saima has spoken about it like enlightenment. We enlighten the ego, we pour light into the ego like a scared child. Pour that love into ego. Via shares, I can so relate that gnawing ache, constant, and sometimes not even knowing for what or whom exactly. That's it. That's that longing that Rumi and Lala and so many great mystics wrote about. That's it. It's the longing for remembrance, the longing for the self, source, God, Allah, Buddha, however you wish to think of it, to return home. That's our retreat in Bali next year, Divine Remembrance. There'll be an emphasis on going here together, to remembering, to bringing us home, to taste that sweet liberation where we rest in love eternally. VS also shares, and it is so ironic that the ache coexists with expansion within. Yes. Irene shares, yes, being the witness without judging. Yes. I'm so grateful for you, for each of you. Thank you. Ah, so beautiful to spend time together. Let's see, when are we together again? Let's find out here. Um, mm, mm, mm. I think I have a session on the calendar for next week also. Next week I'll be in California. Uh, Next week we will be together. Yeah, so this is the last one I have on the schedule because calendar's a little unsure, but we will be together again in June. So the next one will be together next week, same time, excuse me, same place, Insight Timer. And we'll be together a few hours earlier though. And let's see what else. If you have any questions about the retreat, feel free to send me a message here or elsewhere. Both of them are almost sold out. We may be opening up more spaces off site for the Bali retreat. You too, Angela. Uh, oh, Faustina, yes. Faustina's asking San Diego. That there was the possibility of being together in San Diego. Yes, I did mention that. It's seeming like that one will not come to fruition. I think I will be coming back to Hawaii rather than staying in San Diego. So if something changes, you'll hear about it. For now, I think this one will be off the calendar. Kelly shares, thank you, beloved. What a beautiful way to start my morning. Thank you, my love. So thrilled for you and your retreat coming up. Via shares, thank you, Selena. It is a delight to come to the sacred place together within and without here on IT. See you next week. Thank you, love. Michael shares, hello, Selena. Great to see you again. Haven't been able to make any of these in ages. Great to see you. Mary shares, thank you. It's always so heart expanding to spend time in community with you and with everyone here. Yes, my love. And Brad shares, good to have these times, refreshing and such a beautiful way to spend this evening. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so grateful. And if you've been watching not on Insight Timer, I invite you next time to come to Insight Timer so you can see everyone's comments, so we can see your comments, and we can be together in this way. Yes, my love, this is community. Absolutely. Anyone want to say hi or bye before we log off? I know many of you are here and you haven't shared anything today. So if you'd like to just practice letting yourself be seen for a moment, would love to hear from you. Hi, Vivian. Vivian shares, hi, Selena. Would you host a retreat in the States, excluding Hawaii, in the future? I am. Yes, my love. I haven't scheduled it yet. But absolutely, I would like to be able to make our time together in person more accessible. I know Hawaii is quite a journey for many. So, absolutely. And I'll keep you posted with that. Maybe in the second part of 2026, as I'll be out of the country for much of the first part of the year. So, yes, let's hold that together. um, I'm not sure where I'll host it, possibly California. So stay tuned and we will absolutely be together in the US. Yes, there is a water slide in Bali. Deborah shares, I'm so sorry I missed this. I started following you about a month ago. I live in Northern Ontario, Canada, and I love your meditations. Oh, beautiful, Deborah, beautiful. If you would like to watch the replay, you can send me a DM and I can send you a link for that. Lovely to be together. Okay, friends, we will come to a close now. I love you. I love you, love you, love you. Thank you for your light. Thank you for being in the path of remembrance. And thank you so much for your love. Thank you for your love that you share with me, the love you share with our community, and the love you share with all. I'm so, so grateful for your love, truly. Oh, Deborah's saying, okay, a DM is referring to a direct message. So you can just send me a message directly through the app, or if it's easier to message me through Instagram or email, any place, you're welcome to just send me a message. And for anyone who doesn't know, both Insight Timer and I have a very active, well, actually, mine hasn't been very active lately, but Insight Timer still is active Instagram pages. If you're just looking for a place for loving reminders or supportive content, um, come visit us there. Thank you, Vivian, so much. Thank you for your donation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. So grateful to see you. Hi, Jacqueline. Wonderful. Thank you. Great love, great blessings from the heart of the mother. I love you so.